Hi, I'm Chef Alan Wise. Thanks, bread that's vegetarian. So for the flatbread, the first thing you'll want to do is preheat the oven to about 350, and we're going to roast a delicious eggplant. So what we're going to do is just rip it down the center, and then give it a few scores to help the salt and olive oil and garlic just go into the flesh a little bit. And what I like to do is take 2 cloves of garlic, cut them in half, and then just stick them in these little scores. They get nicely wedged in there. Some salt, a bit of fresh black pepper, and then some olive oil just drizzled on top. Get it in those crevices. And then flesh side down, like that. Boom. And then we roast these for about an hour. So while the eggplant is roasting in the oven, we're going to get the rest of the vegetables ready. One of the vegetables on this flatbread is asparagus. So what we're going to do, we're just going to give this a quick blanch, but first we're going to just snip off the ends. Just grab them sort of 3/4 of the way down, and then just break them, and they'll just break at their natural point. Really easy. So just go along and snap them off. And what we're going to do is we're going to peel them. So we're just going to take a peeler and just peel off the outer flesh. Okay, so just take your asparagus and plunge them in. Count to 10. Then just pull them out, and then right into the ice bath. So next up, we're going to do the onions for the caramelized onions. All I like to do here is either cut them into rings with a knife, just about 1/8 of an inch thick, or use what we use in the business as chefs to save time and to get the cut exactly the same every time, is a mandolin. These come in stainless steel, plastic, all different shapes and sizes. So just slice through, just like that. When you get to the end, don't worry about getting the last few inches off. You can save that for stock or something else. So the next step for the flatbread is we're going to caramelize the onions now. So just get a good sized pot on the stove on medium heat, some olive oil, and then just set the rings down in place, just like that. And these are going to cook on each side for about 5 minutes. So after about 5 minutes on medium-low heat, you can see they're all really nice and caramelized now. So all we're going to do now is just take them out of the pan and just drain them on some paper towel. So it's been about 45 minutes, and the eggplant should be nice and soft and tender. So we're just going to pull it out of the oven now. So after the eggplant had a chance to cool down a little bit, as you can see, it's just so soft and it's caramelized. The garlic is softened in there as well. So we're just going to take all this really nice juice and pulp and scrape it out with a spoon. Just get in there and pull it all out. Boom, just like that. And now just give it a little mash. So first thing we're going to do is take 1/2 cup of room temperature milk and 2 packages of high active dry yeast. And just let these two get to know each other a little bit. Let the yeast sort of soften a little bit. So let this sit for about 5 minutes. Just give it a little mix. So after the yeast and milk have come together and made friends, we're going to take some flour. This is 1 cup and 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Just right into the Cuisinart. Pinch of salt. And then the milk yeast mixture. So I'm just going to pulse this for about 60 seconds until you see the dough form little balls. This looks like a wet dough, so that's good. So just turn it out, watch the blade, and just bring it together. When it comes together, we're just going to let it rest, covered in a bowl, for about 1/2 hour, so it has a chance to proof and soften. So it's been about 1/2 hour. As you can see, the dough has basically doubled in size. Should be nice and malleable by now. So I'm just going to take it out. What to do is just roll it into a log and then portion it. I'm going to cut this into 3s. Next thing you want to do is you want to knead it. So just get a little bit of flour down and just Just need it for about 5 minutes, just to work up some of the glutens. So I've just rolled it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. And the next step, I'm just going to take a fork and just dock it, just like that. What this does is prevents it from rising. Sprinkle just a little bit of olive oil on there. Just spread it out. Put some flour down on a baking sheet. Put the flatbread down. So what you want to do is you want to bake the flatbread without any toppings on it in a 350 oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. After about 10 minutes in the oven, you can see it's really nice and crisp and golden. So now we're going to assemble it. So we've got that really nice eggplant puree here, roasted. So just put in a couple nice tablespoons on there and just smooth it out, just like making a pizza here. And then the rest of the toppings. I got some of those nice caramelized onions. And I've just taken some cherry tomatoes and just cut them in half. And then the asparagus spears, just lay them down. And then some Manchego cheese. Just put it all over. A little bit of salt. A little drizzle of olive oil. And then some basil. And then right back into that oven until it's nice, cheese is melted, another 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so after 5 minutes in the oven, you can see the cheese is melted. All the little vegetables have come together. And there it is, a vegetarian flatbread.